What's next? There are more things.
Conquest.
We talk about Conquest. Okay, so new game mode, Conquest. Are you guys having fun?
Yes. So fun.
It's just avoid the gas at the moment.
What?
Well, you can see what's coming up ahead, and I keep getting like millions of gases.
Alright, so you keep dodging
So-
him.
It's just to try and find the easiest route to not face him.
Are you... What? How come you're struggling so much against him?
Oh, it turns out I'm not, but I thought I would be.
Because obviously you get like...
What sector are you on?
I'm currently on Sector 2 because I keep getting pounded by this Jedi Training Raid team and this Palp with Malik team.
This is one of these things, right, where I am really happy that I've got quite a wide roster of things that are quite reasonable, because it means I've got squads that I can just play into stuff. And it also helps with the stamina system. So like every time JTR rocks up, I'm like, cool, Night Sisters, they can eat that. No problem.
I mean, I've got a roster wide enough. It's just the Malik just is insane, and then the Jedi Training Raid just goes first and just decimates everything.
So this is Sector 2, yeah?
Yeah, I don't understand why.
Wait, is this 2 different squads?
Yes, I've got 2 options to fight. It's either the Malik or the Jedi Training Raid.
Okay.
Both teams go first.
Okay, so one of the things, I don't know, I assume all of our listeners have at least had a go at this, so they kind of know what we're on about, because I am not going to explain anything in this, because we'll be here forever. So, part of the whole Conquest thing is it's kind of random, so you can't like have one person go, here's a video of how to beat it, just do this, which most of the time is get your high relic thing and just crush it, and isn't a very good video, but let's not go into that. So you get these data discs, and they give you different bonuses. What stuff have you gone for, Uni?
I think I've got. I don't know. I'm in the middle of trying the pop one, so I'll look in a second. But I think it's along the lines of crit damage and health steal, a few of them, and then along those lines.
Yeah. So there seems to be quite like a broad selection of different ones, and from sort of having a look, there must be about 10. There might be more, but I've counted at least 10 different ones. And they've got these, obviously, there's different grades of them. So like, and I think they've kind of done it to match the gear. So you get like just white ones, and then green ones are slightly better, blue ones are slightly better than that. So there might be some purple ones or gold ones later on.
I've seen purple ones in the Senate group chat or
okay.
Discord.
I've not seen any of those
the
yet.
The purple ones are worth 4, and they are insane.
Right. So this is one thing that I kind of found, that like you can only equip 12 capacity worth of these things, and obviously the dots determine how much they take up. Now, some of these look absolutely awesome until you kind of realize how much you can get. So the 1 dot ones, in my opinion, so far, are the best ones. And the reason the 1 dot ones are the best ones is because you can equip 12 of the fucking things. So one of the first ones I got, and my first drop, is called Leader's Resolve, and it's a 3 dot one, and it says the allied leader gains 66% max health, 53% max protection, 40% offense, 20% speed, and it's a green one. And it was one of the first ones I get. Now it's 3 dots, right? Now that if you thought as a like a modifier or whatever you want to call these things, that's pretty solid. You slap that on someone like Gas, Darth Revan, Vader, and you know they're kicking ass. Brilliant.
Yeah, that single data card wins entire sectors with the right character.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great bonus to have. However, it is 3 slots out of your 12. You know, that's a quarter of your slots.
5.
Yeah. Okay. You say that, but right. So I'm going to go down everything that I've got, and you guys will be able to see my strategy. And then, obviously, when Uni's finished doing whatever he's doing, he can probably read out his a bit better.
Oh, I did it. I used Nihilus to kill Malik.
Well, tough luck. I'm doing mine first now. I'm already on it. So
I
currently,
am so pleased with my one, honestly.
currently equipped, I've got 12 out of 12, and I've got 6 other data things sitting in my box because I'm just collecting these things at the moment to try and find like the best combinations. So I've got Leader's Resolve equipped, but I am planning to change this as soon as I get enough other ones. My other ones, you'll see why. So I've got Heal Over Time, which is a 1-dot thing. Allied units gain 2 heal over time effects for 2 turns at the start of their turn. I've got Vitality, which is a 2-dotter, which is allied units gain 44% max health, 35% protection. And then we've got all the good stuff. So all that stuff there wasn't the good stuff, right? So we've got this one called Deployable Cooling Systems. And in my opinion, this is the single best thing here. So I've got a white, I've got a white one and I've got a green one. So the white one is whenever an allied unit gains a buff, there's an 8% chance that their cooldowns will be reduced by 1. And the green version is 2% higher, it's 10% chance. So I've got both of those. Now, I don't know if this gets added together, but as far as I'm aware, this is separate. But I don't know. I assume it's separate.
Yeah, they do stack.
Yeah, so I've got, there's for each buff, you've got 2 chances to reduce your cooldowns by 1. Now, I already said that I had Heal Over Time, which is 2 buffs at the start of your turn. So at the start of your turn, I've already got 4 chances to reduce my cooldowns by 1. Yeah?
Have you tried that with Yoda yet?
Right, no, don't need Yoda. Don't need Yoda. This gets better. I'm going to keep going, right?
Okay, Infinity Yoda is the single best thing in this game mode.
Yeah, but I'm going to keep going because I got more stuff, right? I've then got this other one called Defensive Buffs, which is a 2.1, and it's green. Allied units gain critical hit immunity, tenacity up, and defense up for 1 turn at the start of their turn. Which is pretty good. You know, your guys get crit immunity and tenacity up. So I've got 5 buffs going at the start of each character's turn. So I have 10 chances to reduce my cooldowns at the moment. And then I've got 2 others at the moment. One of them is when an enemy falls below 100% health, all allies gain 22% turn meter. Which I don't think is that great. It's kind of like, it looks really good on paper, and then as soon as you start realizing there's all these other combos going on, that one's kind of a bit like, oh, I could just swap that for something better. So I'm not massively keen on that one. I might swap it out. And I've got this other one called Decay Turn Meter. So when an ally deals damage to an enemy, that enemy loses 6.5% turn meter. Let me put it this way. I put my bounty hunters into an enemy squad, and the enemy squad can't gain turn meter. Because Dengar throws some grenades every time he gets a turn.
Yeah.
I managed to get up to 24 thermal detonators on an enemy that hadn't taken a turn before I killed him.
See, that's nice because there's a sector feat that requires you to inflict 50 thermal
would you believe I've already done that?
I can't do. I do believe that.
So I've got another one of these decay turn meters, and I'm considering swapping out the when an enemy falls below 100% health to another one of that, so that it would be the enemy would lose 13% turn meter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So when I'm looking at all my stuff, I'm like, so every time I get a turn, I gain 5 buffs, and each buff has a chance to reduce my cooldowns, and every time I damage my opponent, he's losing a crap load of turn meter. Yeah, and my guys just do whatever they want, really. And this is why I'm kind of thinking with like this Leader's Resolve, where it takes 3 blocks. Most of these other ones only take 1. It's like I could have 3 more of these things.
Yeah, but Vader with Leader's Resolve.
Yeah, but he doesn't need it because he gets infinite turns because he's like the cooldown on his Force Crush and his
make me feel good.
Right, okay, yeah, great, you feel good, but you don't need it. Like the bounty hunter squad was just ridiculous with Bosk taunts every turn, and every time he taunts, he gives everybody offense up, which reduces their cooldowns.
I mean, in fairness, the only data disk you will ever need is deployable cooling systems and Darth Vader.
Yeah. Well, no, because you need something to give you buffs to trigger your cooling systems.
True.
But that's it. That seems to be my favorite. My sort of favorite combination here is reduce my own cooldowns, reduce their turn meter, because I don't have to be faster or stronger than them if they never get a turn. It's like I can just keep going and they can do nothing. You know, as long as you get to a point where you can take a turn, that's it. You can do whatever you want. You know, if you've got 5 characters with AoEs, and every time then they can take an AoE every turn, and you're stripping up to 10% turn meter every time one of them takes a turn. It's like your opponent doesn't get a turn. It's like that's it. He's done. He ain't doing nothing. So that's kind of been my strategy. And I have tried a couple of other things. So like I got one that was inflict irresistible dots at the start of my opponent's turn, but my opponents don't get turns. So I got rid of it. It did sound really good, but they didn't get turns.
Yes, I too have a very well thought out, similar selection of data disks.
Okay, Uni.
Let's get it open, shall we?
What is your build?
So I'm only halfway through Sector 2, so I don't have everything. I'm still on 10 out of 12. So I've got Insatiable twice, plus 22% health steal and defense penetration total. Because I thought that was cool. I have Volatile Hyper Accelerator.
Ooh, I got that, but I misread it. When I picked it, I was like, wow, this sounds awesome, and then I misread it because the enemy gains the speed, not you.
Yeah, the enemy gains the speed and then they start taking damage.
Yeah.
Basically, I read that one and thought to myself, that is the most wordy, useless data disk I've ever seen.
Yeah, I wish I could send mine back.
Sorry, a third Insatiable, so that's 33% health steal and defense penetration.
Okay.
Hog.
I've got 2 Vitalities, so that's 35 add. So that's 79% max health and about 73% max protection.
So I'm seeing a theme here. Your strategy is I have all the health and all the health steal.
Just
then I've got whenever I gain a buff,
boys.
I also get 2.5 turn meter, which was
nice.
My thinking there was troopers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, buff builds look so good with Imperial troopers, and I wish I had good Imperial troopers.
Oh, I've got another
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, I guess with these data disks there's quite a lot, and there's quite a lot of different ways that you can build them. But I think there are going to be certain ways that work with more squads than others, and it almost feels like they're the ones you need to lean on. So the reducing your cooldowns doesn't matter what character you're playing as, unless you're B1 battle droid who has no cooldowns. That is awesome.
Or BB-8. Wait, no, even BB-8 has.
Yeah, he gets in. He gets
one.
Yeah. He can. What are you doing every turn? Oh, just Illuminated Destiny. Every turn.
BB-8.
I can see that being quite good.
So yeah. And even
dark side teams don't really do buffs though.
No, they don't. But that's why
offense.
When you get like this one, like the heal over time one, where it's just like it costs 1 dot, so it's 1 capacity, and you get 2 buffs at the start of your turn, and it's like, well, now your dark side guys have that. You know, they're not missing out. And even with just that one, before I picked up the other one that was giving me 3 slightly better buffs, I found that was enough to have infinite merciless massacres.
Yeah, Because you have 5 opportunities to reduce the cooldown.
Oh no, you have more because you always get you get a bonus turn
of
after
Merciless. You get that.
Yeah, and then when Merciless ends, you get another bonus turn, don't you? So
yeah, it's impossible to not have endless Merciless.
Yeah, and then like you say, characters like Yoda who just goes, "Yeah, I'll just keep frog splashing."
Frog.
That's what I'm gonna. What's what he is? It's a frog splash. He just keeps frog splashing. That's what he's gonna do until they're dead, or he gets killed by counterattacks.
There's a purple data disc called Massively Overpowered.
Oh, nice. Is it massively overpowered?
Every 10 buffs a character gets, its next attack will deal massive damage.
I could benefit with that one because I get 5 buffs a turn.
That's basically the capstone of buff builds.
Right. Have you run into any purple ones then, or have you just seen them?
I haven't run into any yet. I'm on sector 4 at the moment. So
oh wow! So you're further than me. I'm I'm at the start of sector 3. I've tried to be quite conservative because, like, I looked at the things to get the highest box. You pretty much have to do nearly all of the feats and ticket things. You need a lot to get the highest box. I think the second to highest box is very reasonable, but the highest is really tough. And I didn't want to sort of so I've spent 2 refreshes. I didn't want to do too many because obviously you've only got so much stamina.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be cautious and go, well, if you complete a battle, you lose 10% stamina. It takes 4 hours or 5 hours to get that back completely?
It's 2% for every hour, so yeah, 5.
Yeah, so I'm trying to spread my attacks out or things so that I can maintain high stamina on my better squads or the squads that are required for the feats.
So basically, I have a lot of the same data cards as you. I have the heal over time, I have the defensive buffs. I did manage to get my hands on the cooldown reduction, but I also have 3 duplicates of whenever an ally gains a buff, they also gain 5% offense.
Oh, okay.
So after 1 turn, my Yoda... Actually, no. After 1 turn, my Vader hit for 400,000 damage.
Oh, nice.
And my Yoda has hit a high score of 357k.
So I think I might have to have a look out for one of those and see if one of those appears, because that sounds like a pretty good one.
And I have, whenever an ally gains a buff, they also gain 2.5% turn meter.
I keep finding, though, that most of the sort of data disk choices that I'm getting, I keep getting the same one. So when you get a node and it gives you 3 discs to choose from, I had one node where they were all the same.
Wait, what?
They were all the same.
Yo.
So it's it is proper random. So you know that leader one, whatever it was called, where it makes the leader's resolve. It had just leader's resolve. There was no other choice.
I mean, that's the best result you can hope for, really. Except for 3 defense.
To turn them down.
Yeah.
You know, but you also, I don't know, I don't want to just equip leader's resolve because I don't think that's as good. You know, I've got 1 and that feels like it's enough. I don't want more of it.
Fair enough.
You know, because you can't just rely on your leader to do absolutely everything.
Yeah. I mean, I expect the top tier whales with 4 GLs and gas want to just stack 5 leaders or 4 leaders resolve and win the game.
Yeah, but then it's kind of great. Well done.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you beat the game. Now spend more money.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
But I also feel like this system that they're using in this game, because if you don't spend refreshers, the stamina makes 0 difference to you unless you only use 1 squad.
Did it?
Yeah. It's there to prevent you from soloing the event.
No. You're missing it. The whole reason the stamina is there is so that the whales have to buy stamina refreshers.
the whales are going to have such massive roster depth that they don't need to use one squad more than twice.
Okay, true, but there are a lot of whales which are not good whales. They're just big. They're just fat people in boats, yeah? And the boats ain't that great.
Yeah.
You know, it's like roster bloat is a thing. You know, like you might look at this, right? And we have to play normal first, right? And it's like a Gear 12 squad can do okay all the way up to Sector 5 because the highest thing is Relic 3. But as soon as you jump onto hard mode, which like I'd imagine a lot of the whales are going to do, this is probably going to start at like Relic 3 or something.
It starts at Relic 4.
Yeah, exactly. So then it's like, well, now your Gear 12 squads aren't quite as good anymore. And those random Gear 12 Galactic Council Jedi that you've bought or whatever ain't going to do shit. So even though you're this massive whale, you might only have, I don't know, 4 squads that are actually really good. And then on top of that, you've got to factor in the fact that people are going to have bad things like mods, or they're going to make bad choices. You know, so, and if you're good at this game because you understand the mechanics of it and everything, and you know how mods work and all that, I don't think it's going to make a difference. But even people like the whales, I'd imagine a lot of them are going to struggle because they don't know what to do, so they're going to just keep buying all these boosters. I mean, some of these boosters look like absolutely rubbish. You know, like spend 40 crystals to restore 10% stamina to one character. It's rubbish. It's like, in case you haven't noticed, a squad consists of 5 characters. So you want to spend 200 crystals to do that? To get 10% stamina back on 5 characters? Doesn't exactly the actual Conquest store, like, you know, when you get to like the little nodes and you get the Jawas, seem really good. Like, some of the stuff you can buy off those guys has like really, really good value. So you guys have probably hit the same one that I have, but there's one where he's like selling pieces of the left Gear 12 Plus stuff, so like the multi-tools and stuff. So I was like, I saw that and I was like, ka-ching, I'm buying this. You know, like for 60 Conquest dollars, you get 5 of these hypo syringes, and I'm like, that's a really good deal. So with my first chunk of Conquest dollars, I bought 20 of them because the GL Luke requirement requires you have about 5 million of these multi-tools. And I was like, this is quite a good deal. I'm going to buy these with the Conquest dollars. But then when you go and look in the normal Conquest store, you're like, oh, the normal Conquest store is like, you can buy 5 Carbontes for $75. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't seem quite as good, buying the same quantity of basically what is pre-Gear 12 gear compared to Gear 12 gear for more. Doesn't, you know what I mean? It's like the value there just isn't quite the same. Or even when you look at the character shards, like at the moment you can buy 5 shards of Sabine Wren for 80 Conquest dollars. That doesn't seem like a very good deal.
I've currently got Gar Saxon in there.
Yeah, I think they've just got the Mandalorian characters coming up at the moment. But even still, it's like, I am not going to pay 80 Conquest dollars for 5 shards of one of those characters. You know,
except for the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't even look like an accelerated amount.
No.
So yeah, I don't know. Oh, like there's another one here I've got. 15 Conquest dollars plus 54% potency, max duration 4. So I assume that's for 4 battles.
Yeah.
Or is that 4 turns?
4 battles.
Right. So
4 nodes.
So for 4 nodes, your one is that. I assume that's like one character gets that.
No, that's a buff across.
Oh, that's
actually no. I don't know
because
I've never used one.
The stim packs say selected character gains this. I mean, even if it's like for the whole squad, right? You go, I paid 15 Conquest dollars to get 54% potency for 4 duration. It doesn't necessarily specify, like, is that for one squad? Is that for 4 attacks? Is it for, you know what I mean? It's like, what is it? But you might not even need that because, I mean, 50% potency is still good, but you know, when you like go,
There
oh,
are
I need.
definitely better ones, like the medpack consumables seem really good for someone who's struggling.
Yeah, I think, or like the, you know, like when
Stuff
you.
like a potency buff isn't going to do much to
No,
help.
but like the critical chance or damage or whatever seems to be way better. But even the health steal doesn't look to be that great. The health steal is like
Health steal overall is not a great stat.
the protection one's okay. I don't know. I don't think these. I think if you picked the data discs carefully, because like I saw one that was if every time your opponent resists a debuff, your entire squad gained 20% potency.
Yeah.
And I was like, hang on a minute. So when Dengar throws one lots of grenades, my whole squad gets like plus 60% potency from his first grenade chuck, and then they never resist anything ever again. Yeah, it's like cool. Or like, you know, when Vader does his first Force Crush, and you're like, well, some of them aren't going to land. You know, you guarantee that every Force Crush afterwards, they are all going to land. And as soon as you just go, well, I've got that, it's like, well, now your potency booster is completely useless.
Yeah. I'd definitely say the one...
whaling.
The ones to go for are definitely the ones that will directly affect your tanks or attackers, like your offensive stats and your health and protection are the best ones to go for.
Oh, and your cooldowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'm talking about the consumables.
Oh right, yeah. I don't know them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think probably having more protection is probably quite good. Lets you have more chance of getting a turn in. Although I've not seen them all, there might be other ones. Obviously, you only get a limited selection to view in the store. There's no I haven't seen one that increases speed or anything yet.
No.
But there might be. I've mostly just gone for trying to collect as many of these discs as I can, so my Jawa shops have been quite limited.
Andy, I know you've been singing the praises of Conquest with me. Anything to say here?
I just think, I just think they've really knocked it out of the park. Like, considering how bad Galactic Challenges are, in my opinion.
Oh no, this is so much better than Galactic Challenges.
This is a game mode, not just an event.
I think I find it a little bit easy. I'm going to be honest.
I think you're meant to win this though. They are
really.
Yeah,
I get it, but I find myself when I'm playing the battles, I don't even read the modifiers. And it's modifiers?
Oh, I lost the battle because I didn't read them.
I think the only time I've ever come close is as a modifier when you seem to receive the same amount of damage that you put out.
That's the one I lost.
I hate the Galactic Republic.
It's the Galactic Republic one. Basically, if you fight a GR squad, you need to make sure what modifier they've got. Because I put gas into one of them, did his AoE, and just blew himself up. I was like, oh,
yeah,
what happened? And that was when I realised they had modifiers.
The Galactic Republic modifier is the single worst thing in this game.
Although, you know what? I have found a way to guarantee that you beat it, though. Is just use Padme. Because my Padme can heal every turn. I just heal my way through it. Just don't. I
used Sith and they just controlled it, so they couldn't take a turn to finish me off.
But so you were just like 5 guys on blips of nothing.
Well, I mean, I think one of them was on low health, and the other's just he was stuck.
I suppose you've got so much health steal
the entire match, but then that was it. He just did all the damage.
Yeah. So I've just been looking through my shops. And I've got one Jawa shop here, and I've got an overcharged evasion booster. So for 8 conquest dollars, and this seems like quite a good deal to me, I can have a plus 24% evasion for 2 duration.
Pretty good.
I feel like that would be a guaranteed win for 2 matches.
Yes, that does seem quite good. I mean, I can only buy 1, so maybe in the future I'll be like, right, I need that. I'm going to go get it. In my shop.
Remember, you have to equip the consumables like you do data discs.
Yes. I've not tried any of them. I'm quite surprised that they didn't give you a small selection just so you could figure out how they worked. Because this is quite
Yeah,
a confusing game mode. Like when you start playing it and you have the little lizard woman going blah 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 blah, and you're just like, okay, I'm reading stuff, and then the game goes and now go, and you've got like the start screen and there's like 10 buttons on it, and you're like, are these all clickable? And then you start clicking on
I
stuff.
forgot
And
this game had NPCs.
yeah, but it's like the first screen where
The
they
armor
go,
is going to be an NPC.
but as well as currently.
No, that's what someone was saying. That was Andy. It's going to be an NPC, not a character.
Oh yes, I remember. Could still happen. But so like it throws you into the screen and there's just so many buttons.
Scavenger.
It was supposed to be a dig at me, and it was terrible. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
It didn't ever work.
Never does.
But yeah, so far I'm quite pleased with it. I probably can see them tweaking some of the data disks because some of them seem to be just a bit good.
Yeah. I expect they'll want to fix Infinite Merciless Massacre and Infinite Yoda turns.
Well, the only way they can do that is to remove the whole cooldown thing.
Yep.
Because anything
Which
else
seems like a good balancing move.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. It's probably one of those things that is quite required, but you have to do something else there. I don't think some of the other. I think the problem with like that one specifically is that like the one that I've got where you get 2 heal over times is next to worthless if you can't stack it with something else to make it good.
Yeah.
So it's like where some of these kind of standalone buffs are quite good. It's like the ones which are a bit shit, you really have to combo with to take advantage of. And if they tweak it too much, you might find that certain ones are like so bad that you never use them.
Yeah. I mean, there are already some data disks like that.
Well, yeah, like I took the 2 dot one, and then I realised that my opponent gets no turns, so it's like, what's the point? It's useless. I don't want my opponent to take turns. All that.
I'm not gonna lie, even with my roster in Sector 4, I'm having some trouble with some of the battles, so it does get harder.
How many refreshes have you used?
I did 3 refreshes on day 1 because I was having too much fun.
What? How did you not run out of stamina and have all your guys just keel over?
Okay, I have most of the meta tunes. I have Kylo Ren, I have Padme, both Revens, CLS, and Mothma, and all of those could do. They could all win battles at 70%.
Oh no, yeah,
stamina.
don't get me wrong, but you started with 144, and it's 15 to play. So, and then you get 120 a refresh. So you get like what?
No idea.
You get so every refresh gets you 8 battles.
Yep.
Right. So you think you play that and you lose stamina, you're gonna quickly go through like a lot of stamina.
Yeah, I was playing with Vader with Leader's Resolve and Nuke at like 50% stamina, and he was still killing everything. I got really good data discs really over.
Well, yeah, I suppose. I mean, well, my first ones were like the dot ones, and I was like, these don't really do much for me.
Yeah. My first data disc was gain 5% offense for every buff.
Right, I want that data disc. That data disc sounds like it's made of win.
Yeah, it really is. So then I got Leader's Resolve, and then I got heal over time and defensive buffs, and then my Vader was killing everything, so I could use him at 50% stamina.
Okay, well
that's how I played for an entire night.
So even though he had 50%, and you were just going, he's got 50% stamina, he can still do it. He's fine. He's still good.
Oh. Yeah, I put Watt's weapon tech on him so he could still take turns, and as soon as he took his first turn, it was over.
Yeah, he just takes turns, and everybody else goes home.
Yep. I lost one battle in Sector 2 because my Piet got hit once and died. That was very unfortunate.
See, that is one thing that about
didn't lose a battle, lost a star.
Yeah, and then you're kind of like, I want to play it again to get that one ticket. Be like, but it's 15 energy.
Yeah, once I complete the whole event, I'll go back through and collect all the tickets because I'll have better data discs. That's my philosophy. I'm completing every battle once.
I think that's quite a good strategy, is just try and get as many data discs as you can and then go back.
Yeah. And obviously, once you have completed the event, you can be a lot more conservative with your stamina. So you can wait a while and then go into a battle with full stamina and not risk losing a star to a random character dying.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's much easier. It definitely feels like it'll be much easier the second time around, because as soon as you stacked up everything, you're like, cool, I can just do so much more stuff.
Yeah. I didn't unlock the cooldown reducing data disk until really late on, and I passed up the offensive version of the 3 buffs at the start of your turn for it. And then on
Alright.
the very next disk node, I found another deployable cooldowns. So I was very upset that I didn't go for the offensive buffs.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone
I
for
haven't found those since.
I mean, I've gone for the
Because
defensive ones.
buffs, they have very limited mileage.
Right, now you say this, right? So I haven't seen the offensive one yet, but I've got the defensive one. Now, I kind of
Same.
thought the defensive one was better because I don't need more offense, because I've effectively got infinite turns because of the cooldowns that I've got and the turn meter reduction on them. It's kind of like I've got infinite turns and they can't take a turn. So having the defense is kind of good in case they get multiple turns before I can get my train going.
But if I have both, that's 3 more buffs stacking each turn for even more stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm quite happy with 5
Which
at
is
the
why
moment.
I'm sad.
I think 5 is enough. That I would probably. I don't think I need more. I think I would be better off trying to focus my other discs to give myself a better advantage. So, like, I mean, I'm quite tempted to get rid of the leader's resolve. I mean, it is really good. It's mostly the 20% speed. You know, when you get a character like Darth Revan goes,
Yeah.
I am definitely going first, and I'm going to fear their whole team for the rest of the game. You know, that
Unfortunately, a lot of the lesser teams you find in Galactic Challenge have not Galactic Challenge, Conquest have the over-prepared modifier, which gives them 20% per speed per stack. So in Sector 3, you're finding over-prepared 3, which gives the enemies 60% extra speed,
that's
which
quite
is
a lot.
really hard to outspeed.
That is quite a lot. But like, not everyone's got that, because some of them have got. So, like, looking on here, I've got a battle where I can play against General Skywalker's squad, and they've just got Steadfast Retribution 1. Holy shit, I do not want to fight a Steadfast Retribution 2. But then I've got all my other choices, Geonosians, and they've got Overprepared 1 and Malicious Minions.
Basically, I think the over-prepared modifier is based on how meta the team is. Because in Sector 4, I'm fighting Driven Malak teams every other node, and they don't have any over-prepared.
Yeah.
So it's basically a balancing factor. I'm sure the Tuscans probably have over-prepared 5.
Overprepared 14, because we need it.
Yeah, and still useless.
I did notice, though, that all of the Ewok squads have got C-3PO with them, so you can't just go, it's Nest. Off you go, Nest.
Yeah. And so do the Old Republic teams, so I can't go Kylo Ren go.
I think I've seen one Ewok team that didn't. Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
So yeah. I think it's safe to say that this is a fun game mode.
It is a very fun game mode.
It's fun if you've got the account, because I'm looking at this from 2 accounts, because I've also got my main, my alt. And
oh yeah,
it's granted it's only like just hit 670k GP, but there's nothing in it for me.
No.
I just wait for my I'll play for a bit till Geos/First Order can't beat it, and then wait for the stamina to go back up. And that's it. That's the game mode. 1 or 2 battles, and then you have to wait.
That is an oof.
And is that just because you don't have enough different squads?
Just the GP in general, because for an account at 700k GP, I'm going to go as far as to say I have quite a lot more high-level teams than the average player, because I have Gear 12s and relics.
Yeah. Do you think though that you could? Because I mean, I don't think that this this thing doesn't change to what GP you are, does it? It's literally you play normal or hard. So even on the
I've
first
still got
bracket,
Galactic Legends.
yeah. So even on the first bracket, you're like, well, it's all Gear 12 squads. It's like, well, you know, if you're like a lower level player, you go, oh, here's my Gear 12 Jedi Knight Revan squad, and this is it. This is what I've got. You can't exactly push that far.
Most players who have Jedi Knight Revan at my level don't even have a Gear 12. Put it that way. It's like Gear 8 teams.
Oh, my next squad choices are Imperial Troopers with Moff Gideon or Imperial Troopers with Moff Gideon. I think I'll be playing Moff Gideon.
My Conquest seed has had an absolute field day with just throwing me Geonosian squad after Geonosian squad in the first two sectors.
I keep getting General Grievous.
They basically loved separatists early on.
I've had a lot of separatists, or
I've had mostly Ewoks.
Ewoks, separatists, and gas. That's quite a lot of what I've had, and then a few other random bits. But I don't have a problem with any of those squads. The CLS team I'm running just absolutely devours General Grievous. I don't know if you guys saw my last Grand Arena video. I had a bit of a hiccup with it. It went really weird, but I actually lost, and I was like, how did this happen? I used call to action on CLS, and then the enemy took about 14 turns, and my entire squad evaporated, and I'm like, but I've got 100% turn meter. What's going on? I did make a mistake though. I because they had Newt Gunray in there instead of Droidica, I decided to shoot Newt first, and I was like, that was a mistake. Should have left him.
Did he die?
Newt dies to, like, you know, anything. So yeah, he died.
Yeah.
But that kind of started them off too early, so I was like, oh, whoops. My own mistakes.
You should know that now.
I do. Yeah, although at least I'm going to be able to buy a lot of these Mark 12 multi-tool things. I've just found another shop that's giving me more multi-tools. Like, I've got 3 multi-tool shops now. But which is fine, because I need so many of them. I just need more tickets to buy them all.
I have like 100 of each of the things they sell in those G12 shops.
Really?
I've got quite a lot.
I've got well, no, actually, I've got like quite a lot of the other things. Like, I've got 93 bayonets, and I've got 100.
I have 128 of those.
I've got 176 of the weird, like, thing that looks like the plutonium atom or something.
Yeah.
I've got like loads of that. You know, because I think part of it is that certain characters use loads, but like with the multi-tool, all of the rebel characters are like, cool, can have a multi-tool. Like, literally all of them. So going for Master Luke at the moment, it's like you need more multi-tools than anything else at Gear 12. I think I needed like 200 multi-tools or something. It was quite special. I think, doesn't Mon Mothma want like 2 of them as well?
Probably.
Yeah, it's so at the moment I'm kind of like, cool, I might come back here near the end of the event and just like spend all my conquest credits buying these things.
I haven't found a use for my conquest coins yet.
But it's pretty much
the Mandalorian shards.
At the moment, it's going into Gar Saxon at the end of this.
Wait, what? What do you mean it's going into Gar Saxon?
Well, I haven't found a use for spending the coins.
Yeah.
And the best use I can think of at the moment is buying Gar Saxon.
What, shards of him?
Yeah.
No. No, go look through your sectors for the Jawa shops. Basically, when you get a Jawa shop within a sector, it gives you a massive discount on anything that's in that shop.
Oh, I know.
So
I just haven't found anything useful.
There must be like something that you
There's a
need for
few.
like Sith Eternal or something when you get him.
What do you
I mean,
mean?
yeah, I'm not
Andy?
spending anything at the moment. I've got loads of Shard Shop, I've got loads of Grand Arena, I've got loads of Territory event tokens just saved up because I know I'm going to start needing stuff. But at the moment, there's nothing. So
Oh yeah, as well. You know, like I don't know if you guys have seen this. I've ran into a couple of Mon Mothma squads, but she's never got any Rebel fighters with her.
Yeah.
It's always like Ahsoka Tano and R2D2.
As you say that, I am about to fight a Mon Mothma team in there, and it has Commander Luke Skywalker in it,
Yeah, it's just like, why is she in charge?
and Princess Leia.
Yeah, I think I thought that. I thought
She's
I thought
probably
that
the lowest ranked out of all of them.
Yeah. Like, politically, you've got rank, but realistically, nah. You ain't got shit. Alright, so I've got to make a choice in my next one of which Imperial Trooper variant I want to play at. Basically, it's like, do you play where the opponent has got Stark or Piet? That's pretty much the only difference.
Stark, easily.
So go for the one without Piet.
Always.
Not that I think he's going to get a turn. I'm going to have a look, see what the modifier is. Oh, they both got the same. Over-prepared 2 and Imperial Edict. Oh, God. So if I... that applies to me. And then You know what? I have noticed this error. Like, you know when you click on the thing under modifiers to see what it is, and then you click close, it grays them out so you can't click on them again. So you have to, like, go back and forward to be able to see it.
Oof.
I just have them grayed out. Can you read any?
Okay, so I've got to deal with those fools. I'm just like, in this one, what sort of feats have you guys had? Because I thought
What do you
these
mean?
like each sector gets 3 different feats. You then get feats for the boss, and then you get like event feats.
I'm pretty sure they are all the same.
Okay, well, my event feats are like deal critical hits, win battles with dark side, win with light side.
Yep.
Win with no tanks, which just happened. And then I assume everyone's got the same bosses and things as well, like Traya, Mando, Darth Revan. Yeah. Okay. And I assume that the feats on each individual level then are the same, and it's probably just the what squads you fight and what items turn up, which are different.
Yep.
Okay, so that's not quite as random as they maybe thought it was.
It might get more random in future ones.
I suppose this is just the first one. And didn't they say they're going to run another one after this one? They're running like 2 back to back, aren't they?
I don't know.
Maybe.
No idea.
Okay. Well, in the current sector, I've got to do like battles with just like a bunch of Sith.
That's going to be so hard for me.
You know what? This is not right. It's not counted them properly. Because it says I've only done 2 battles with a full Sith team, but I've done more than that.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
It needs all 5 characters.
Yeah, so I've done 3 battles with 5 Sith. So one combination of Sith is not counted.
Did you try and underdog it?
I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I left one character out or something. I don't know. So I need to do more Sith balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Okay. So if I do every other battle in this sector with Sith, I'll do it.
You can go back and do other battles.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to go back and play ones I've already done when I can move forward. Which just means I have to move forward with just Sith.
I mean, the way I got the advantage one was by taking my Gear 8 First Order into the battles and just playing them until I got it.
I didn't do the. Oh yeah, because if you lose, you still get the stuff counting.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I just got a long string of Han going infinitely with his middle ability.
Infinite Han, so tasty. So you just like, I'm just going to stun everybody in the world multiple times.
If they can be stunned, Han stunned them.
Those Imperial troopers just like shot the crap out of my Scion, and he's just standing there like stunned and half dead, and now Vader's taking infinite turns.
I love how this turned from a podcast to us just all playing Conquest over voice chats.
I mean, I'm
This
playing
has-
Minecraft.
You're playing Minecraft now. Okay.
That's an improvement.
But it's like we're trying different parts of the game, and you're seeing these different things and like our perspective of playing it, and we're trying to like work stuff out as we go. So it's not like we're not like, I don't know, doing stuff.
Podcasting.
Yeah, we're not podcasting, but we're like, this is like, I don't know, it's interactive, but for us and not the viewer or listener.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
What
That's exactly what a podcast is all about.
It is. It totally is. So,
Listening
yeah,
to
more
us.
podcast stuff. What else did we have on our talkie list?
I think that's it, honestly. Dark Trooper, Conquest, Razor Crest.
Oh yeah,
Razor
the
Crest.
ship,
That released.
because it's in the boxes
that's a
for
thing
this.
that anyone cares about.
Let me find the Razor Crest, man. I've already favorited it
Why?
Oh, dear.
because I like need every ship.
But are you seriously going to get Beskar Mando just for the ship?
Yes. Oh, I can't unlock the
You-
ship.
Underestimate him.
I don't even know why I asked that. Of course you are.
Yes, of course I have. I was going to get Beskar Mando anyway because I'm not actually that far away from him. I only need like another, I don't know, like 150 shards of two of the characters, the Droid and the Pigman.
Droid and Pigman.
I can't remember their names.
Davvo is holding back his anger.
Quill and IG-11.
Those
Droid
guys.
and Pigman. Fucking B movie.
Bold of you to assume I can hold back my anger, Uni.
That's true. You just crossed the line.
Sounds like a B movie superhero knockoff. Droid and Pigman.
Buddy cops.
It could be.
Let's go. I got offensive buffs.